Hey guys, here's the short, sweet, easy version of how to make hickory or really any kind of lump charcoal. The last video I did kind of drug on, so here's the short version in just a few steps. Enjoy. One, you need a metal container that you can seal mostly airtight. Holes in the top are good. Holes in the bottom and top are bad. You want the gases to be able to escape as it heats, but you don't want oxygen getting in. Pros and cons of different containers. The bigger the container you have, the more charcoal you can make in a batch, but also the bigger fire you need to cook it. The smaller the container, smaller fire to cook it, but smaller batch too. Pros and cons to each. A heavier, thicker gauge metal will last longer. You'll get more batches out of it. Thinner gauge is easier to come by. Metal garbage can from the hardware store. Let's see, I had one of those and it lasted about 5 batches. This is a 55-gallon drum, pretty heavy gauge steel. I'm hoping this will last me a good long time. So you just need a metal container. This one has a lid. Make sure you have one with a lid. Like I said, holes in the top are good. Holes in the bottom and top are bad. So step 1, metal container. Step 2, fill it full of wood. The tighter you pack it, the less air is in there, the more charcoal you get. Takes a bigger fire, but it's more efficient. So pack it full. Put the lid on and make sure you've got holes in the lid for the hot gases to escape so it doesn't explode. 4, build a big old bonfire around your metal container. Now this is where I was saying the size of container you pick will determine how big of a fire you need. Obviously, 55-gallon drum is going to need a big fire. I've got a tiny small version where I just used a 3-gallon popcorn tin, and I just use that on the campfire at home. So choice is yours, but this step, build a big fire around it.
Feels like heat starting to hit my knees. Boop. We had some good noodle and sword fights.
Your last step is just let the fire burn for a while, keep it stoked up, let it cool, give it a good at least overnight, if not a day or two to cool down. You don't want to open it up and let a bunch of oxygen in, and if it's still red hot inside there, it'll all burst into flame. But so this is cooled for about 2 days now, day and a half, and just pulled the lid off, and voila, lump charcoal, the whole bunch of it. That'll run the smoker for a while. So there it is. Quick, easy, well, maybe not quick, but easy steps for making your own lump charcoal. Alright, so there's the quick version of how to make charcoal. I was getting some flack from my wife that the new little guy Liam hadn't made a cameo in this video, so I had a couple things to add at the end. Thought he would join me for this one. One thing about the wood you fill it with, a lot of people talk about having hardwood lump charcoal, oak, hickory, mesquite, things like that, which is great. The advantage of that is it's a denser wood, so there's more carbon left over, so you get more heat, burns a little longer once you make it into charcoal. But there's no reason you have to use that. I've made charcoal using cut up 2x4s. Just make sure you never use treated lumber and avoid cedar. I'm not really confident that all the chemicals would burn off of some of those. But you can use scrap lumber, not plywood, but good dimensional lumber. You can use pine. You can really use pretty much anything, because most of any flavors or anything are gonna cook off when you're making it into charcoal. It might not last as long if you use something like pine or birch or something that's not as dense of a wood, but it'll work. So use what you've got, and it's pretty quick and easy. So hope you enjoyed, hope that helps, and bye!